I'm Scott.
And I'm Elsa. Welcome to Meaningful Travel.
And welcome to Mexico.
Dale mami baila, estás bien rica, mami baila. Estás bien rica, mami baila. Estás bien rica, mami baila. Wey, dale baila quien baila. Estás bien rica, mami baila. Dale bien exótica como fuera de island. Dale mami baila, si no le gusta baila, you know I can't.
We went south of the border recently to blow off some pandemic steam and allow ourselves to just let go of stress and focus on reconnecting with ourselves.
We chose an all-inclusive resort called the Occidental Nuevo just outside of Puerto Vallarta, so we didn't have to be watching our pocketbooks the entire trip and we could just let go of it all.
Now, the Occidental has just 7 floors and 274 rooms, so it's one of the smaller all-inclusive resorts in the area, which of course has its upsides and its downsides.
The upgrade to Royal Level service was cheap enough that we decided to take advantage of the upgrade without breaking the bank. More on Royal Level service in just a minute. The Occidental has 4 on-site restaurants, a kids club, a wide selection of activities, and of course many locations just to simply relax.
But of course, the main pool is really the hub of all the action. With a full bar on one end, it's just bellied right up next to the beach, and a game of beach volleyball breaks out on a daily basis.
The beach is less for surfers and more for people who just love to play in the ocean.
That's right, and you can go burn off your afternoon calories in a sport court and then go off to one of the on-site restaurants for a wide variety of international cuisine, from an all-day buffet to Italian to Japanese, and of course, go figure, Mexican.
Now at 8 p.m. all the pools close. There is a nightly show featuring everything from world music to a Michael Jackson review. Overall, we found the Occidental Nuevo to be reasonably priced and a great place to relax, but it did lack some of the on-site recreation activities like paddleboarding and kayaking that we really enjoy. They were offered at nearby resorts.
Okay, no review of the Occidental Nuevo would be complete without some information about the Royal Level service that they offer, something that many people don't even realize is an option.
At first, we were unsure if we wanted to pay extra for the Royal Level, but at the time we made reservations, the rate wasn't that much higher, so we went for it, and we're really glad we did.
Absolutely. Now at check-in, they give you a special yellow bracelet that not only gets you into the Royal Level only areas, but it also serves as your door key. Now at first, I have to admit, I thought the bracelet as a room key was a pretty horrible idea, but in the end, I loved it. Great for someone like me who's constantly wondering if I lost my room key, did I bring my room key? This became a major bonus for me.
Royal Level rooms are at the top 2 floors and they come with 24-hour room service. Our room was smaller than many of the rooms at just over 350 square feet. That was a bit disappointing, but the rest of the service was great.
Now keep your eye on the pane of glass just to the right of the closet there. It's a great surprise, but we'll get to that in just a second.
Speaking of the closet, there wasn't a lot of space, especially for 2 people, so don't pack more than you need just for a vacation at the beach.
Of course, the main attraction of this room is the view.
As mentioned before, the room itself wasn't very big and the bathroom was a bit cramped. It had all the necessary amenities, but the shower was pretty cool. That's the glass-walled shower beside the closet. It lets in tons of natural light, and even better, you get a view of the ocean while you're rinsing off after a long day.
Now with Royal Level service, you get priority reservations to the on-site restaurants, and we've heard that getting reservations at the restaurants can be kind of hard without the Royal Level service. And of course, as we said, there's Italian, Japanese, and Mexican.
And here's a tip. Because reservations are kind of hard to come by, we made sure to make reservations. The thing we didn't do was hold on to the slip of paper they gave us when we made the reservations. I tossed it. We showed up for our reservation time and they didn't have us on the books. So we were out of luck until we could make another reservation several days later.
But one extremely handy feature is that the top floor has a Royal Level only restaurant that's not expansive, but it does have great service, tasty dishes, and of course the drinks are always on them. And of course, the crowds are basically non-existent.
One of our favorite parts of the Royal Level service was the exclusive pool. I did my morning laps before the crowd showed up, while Scott did some free swimming and soaked in the jacuzzi. It was a great way to start the day.
Now the Royal Level pool even has its own Royal Level bar. It even has its own private sun deck. Now one pro tip about the sun deck is get your towels down early on the lounge chairs because people love to reserve a spot there early, and once they do, they're taken up and the odds of them getting freed up are pretty slim.
And of course, the final perk to Royal Level is getting access to the private beach area.
That was an amazing place. You have to make reservations for this area, which is a pretty good thing because I think just about everybody would gravitate to this place and there'd be huge crowds, but instead, it's relaxing and comfortable. Of course, there are no perfect vacations, so let's break down for you what was great and what was not so great.
First great, Royal Level service. The price varies, but when we booked our vacation, the upgrade was a small percentage of the overall price. So we went for it, and we're glad we did.
Absolutely. Now the number 2 great, believe it or not, the bracelets. At first, this seemed like a horrible idea. I mean, your room key on your wrist? The string on it doesn't exactly inspire confidence either. But both of us are fairly active and we never once had an issue with potentially losing it. And if you're a bit scatterbrained like I am, never losing your room key became a noticeable stress off my mind.
Number 3 great. It's all-inclusive. I've never stayed in an all-inclusive resort before and loved being able to eat and drink whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. Be it a Modelo with lime, beef taquitos, a pina colada, or something new and different that just looked good. It was all included in the price and we'd already paid.
Okay, but it was not so great. 2 things. Number 1, believe it or not, it's all inclusive. Yeah, it's both a great and a not so great. Now the food is decent, but not spectacular, much like other all-inclusive resorts. What they offer is often quite creative, but it's hard to have fresh, vibrant meals when the resort is trying to keep up with hundreds of people being fed 24 hours a day.
And second, the entertainment. There is a nightly show at Occidental Nuevo. Everybody sits in chairs and it feels a little bit more like an education than nightlife. When we stopped by to tour the Hard Rock Resort next door, they not only had the same nightly shows, but they also had live music and dancing many nights. So resorts like the Hard Rock may have more options for entertainment without having to take a cab downtown to go dancing.
If you like this video and want to get more meaningful travel, please do give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and the best thing you can do to help keep this channel alive is to share this content with your friends. And speaking of content, right about now you should be seeing some more suggestions that will help you experience more meaningful travel.